My name is Kasolo Peter, Okacha, the mayor of Jinja City, and I'm a family person. I'm married to a beautiful wife, Anguna Anita Kasolo, with 3 children, and of course expecting more. First and foremost, I came to politics because I was inspired by a number of factors. Well, most people know me as an entertainer or an artist because I'm a comedian, I'm a singer, I'm a producer, a radio producer, I'm a radio host, I'm a professional journalist, and after working in those fields, I got a feeling that I can also serve in bigger profile offices, because what I was doing in the other areas, they were more technical works than even what actually we take politics to be. So after being a journalist, I had understood the society and how it works in all aspects of life, because I could analyze the social, political, and other aspects of human life, which I thought I could do better as a leader. And that's why I came into leadership. Apparently I shouldn't say politics, but I came into leadership. Then the biggest inspiration, of course, as a learned person, I had read about very many personalities who had made it in life. And their making it in life was not because they were born very strong people, but these are people who came and grew through ranks, and they became very important people in their countries. So I'm one of those actually who thought it better that if I'm a stronger comedian. Yes. You know, after being a strong comedian with one of the strongest and biggest groups in the country, which is an award-winning group, yes, and one of the lead characters. I've been a radio presenter, one of the best, because in Jinja and Musoga and Eastern region, I'm the best morning show host. That one I speak with a lot of authority. I am the best morning show host. Even now that I'm a mayor, when you give me the microphone, you can feel the vibe. I'm a musician. So if you are the best in those areas, so it really empowered me to think that I can be good as a leader. And so indeed I'm a good leader. For those who have followed me for the 2 years I've been in existence as a mayor, I have come to achieve it. So the biggest inspiration now, after reading about the likes of the Thomas Sankaras, reading about the Che Guevara, reading about Nelson Mandela, reading about the great Bob Marley, reading about those great, the Luther King, talk about them. Now here came a great man, His Excellency bobiwine Kyagulanyi, who actually sparked the lighting of the candle, that he showed us the way, that you can come from wherever you came from, and you become strong. Apparently, even those actually, even those other strong men like Obote, you know, the Idi Amin, they came from those background, because Amin was not that top soldier, but he believed in himself and he said, I want to be the president, and he became. Even Museveni, by the way, if you read about Museveni's history, he's this guy actually who mastered the game. And he said, now I can give the best alternatives. Why don't I just become the president myself? And he came through the ranks and he became that. So when bobiwine came, he showed us the way. And I chose to come through, and I stood for mayorship, and here I am. Jinja is not growing at a low level. If Uganda is growing at 6%, what do you expect Jinja to grow at? When you look at Uganda, if Uganda is growing at 6%, but Jinja is growing steadily, I should say. Apparently for me, I'm not a negative thinker. For me, I think upwards, positive, because when you talk of seeing industries, but you are assuming as if there is a backward kind of. No, we are moving forward. I want you to go back and Google in 1971. How many factories did we have before the explosion of the Indians? Jinja had few factories then. Today we have over 150 factories in Jinja. Maybe what you would talk about is the welfare of the factory workers. But also the fact that welfare is not the making of the you know, I hear people saying that these Indians are doing them a disservice, they pay them little money. If you look at the salary scales of Uganda, we are still working on the establishment of 1964. Are you getting me? Because some acts have not changed. Like now that one of the salary, they have not changed it. And now when you look at the money, the Ugandan currency, the shillings, what is our value against the dollar? And it is not actually working only to those working in the factories. It is cutting across. Even me, the mayor, the money I earn, the 1.6. Is that enough money for the mayor? You see, those are the conditions we are working in. All Ugandans. It is for all Ugandans. Only that now, which type of job are you doing? If someone sees the mayor now cruising in that car, they think it is money. That is Ginger State Council car. Even if I was not the mayor, any mayor would be driving in that one, because that is the image of the city council. But what am I taking home? So the problem is a general problem. The one we want to find an answer for, that if we are to enhance people's welfare, let it be for everyone. Not this musevenism of saying that we are only working on the scientists. Who tells you that only scientists are the only important people? We are all important. And all workers are important in their capacities. So Ginger is not moving backwards. We have the factories and everything. But now look at our roads. These are roads which were last made in 1954. We have just got a program which started in 2012, the East Mid program. It is 10 years, it is 13 years old. Now this program of 13 years old has only given us around 80 kilometers of road network. Because we first worked on Main Street, somehow many kilometers. We are now running another added fund, which has given us only 5 something. So we are not even 20 kilometers. Now we are looking at a Ginger which has over 560 kilometers. People make a comparison between Ginger and other cities. Ginger is a unique city. Ginger is far different from all these other cities. We have unique features different from those other cities. You talk of Gulu. Gulu has roads which are wide, something like, let me say 12 meters. But you are talking of Ginger with standard roads of 30 meters wide. Look at Main Street. If that stretch of Main Street from Bosoga Avenue to the other roundabout of Gaddafi, if we had just one lane, because most cities in Uganda have only one lane, even including Kampala. Kampala has only one road, that is Kampala Road, which has the dual carriage. But Ginger, most of our roads are that kind of. Even these ones which are single, they are bigger. Just look at Iganga Road, compare Iganga Road and which other road in Kampala. Compare it with what? With Nasa Road in Kampala. Nasa is a very tiny, small road. But this Iganga Road is bigger. You look at Lubas, look at Oboja Road. So those uniqueness that we have makes Ginger to appear as if it is growing slowly. So when you go to Gulu, they will get a stretch of these dual carriage roads, and it is making one road, and it stretches to something like how many? Right now, as I speak, we have been crying, all of us. People say, Mayor, but I'm like Ivanange. I'm also a commoner like you. Being a political head, I'm a representative of the common man. When the people want roads, equally the mayor would also wishes to have roads in the city. We have got 13 kilometers that we are going to make the road from Dunlop through Masese to Steel. It has been confirmed, and the money is there. It has come. But of the 13 kilometers from Dunlop, Masese to Steel, it is going to take 9.5 kilometers. So this road here, when we make it, the people in Northern Division will not feel the pinch. But it is still the same city. But just imagine if we had those 9 kilometers going the other side. The reason why it is not going to be felt, it is going to eat 9 kilometers because of its width and what is required on that road. We need a mega drainage on that road because that is an industrial road. It is a heavy carrier. So even the cost of that road is very, very, very expensive, given to other roads that we would make in the other area. If we had those 9 kilometers taken to Northern Division at the same cost they are going to make this one. You would see that we can even make 25 kilometers in Northern Division, because Northern is a residential area. We need just small roads that take people to their houses. So we would make very many of them. So those are the uniqueness in Jinja. Whenever you are in an industrial town, you are commercial, you know, you are commerce. Those are the whatever, the issues you face. So Jinja, we are progressing. Yeah, Uganda, you know, whenever you have leadership which is not also attractive, everything that will be done will not be attractive. For me, when I go out to look for a girl, I will look for a very beautiful girl with all the features that will make a nice looking girl. But if you are this kind of person that, for me, I just go with whatever I find, because even in that life, there are those people who don't care. So long as you pick someone, there you go. But there are those who are selective. So Uganda as a country has not been that kind of country which actually would love to see nice things. Apparently, I'm even surprised that now we are seeing some kind of things being done. Like I will show you. I have a master plan there for the source of the Nile. But the source of the Nile has been in existence ever since this earth began, because God gave us that Nile. So those years that it has been there. And Uganda, we can trace Uganda from 1800. When did the first Europeans come here? We should say 18 something, the late 1800, over 18,000. So during that time, those who were in charge of this country, they had the zeal and the love to see that they change things. Because that source of the Nile, it was one time a beautiful stuff. Until now, these orphans came claiming to liberate the country. You see what they liberated. Now the whole country went defunct. Everything got defunct. Because when you look at Jinja, from 1980s up to date, we see defunct either factories, defunct roads like you see them. You see the source of the Nile and these other tourism sites, they look a bit defunct. We are just reviving them. So it also depends on someone. There are people who decide that I can't go to bed without bathing. There are those who say I can't even go for a week without bathing. So it depends on the way you perceive. So the reason why some of our sites are not good, the government of Uganda has been adamant on developing tourism sites, forgetting that these are the biggest source of foreign exchange to Uganda. Because when you talk of the source of the Nile, every person that comes to Uganda as a tourist has to reach here. Now government is adamant, and they continue reading their budgets, that this year we have managed to get this money from tourism. This year but they have not allocated the money to develop the tourism sites. And those other sites that you see, they have been developed by independent people. And in Jinja, I don't know why. We have very rich people in Jinja. Yes, we have very rich people in Jinja, but they have also remained adamant and have forgot that they need to develop their Jinja. Apparently, development does not come, it is not the leader like me, the political leader, to develop. Because for me, I'm as poor as that person that you think is poor. We are equally poor. But now the ideas, like now, when I say that my brain is telling me that we should approach people who can come. We go into partnership and we see how best we can develop. It is now the thinking that makes a good leader like me. Because for me, when you come with a developmental idea, I give a go ahead. Before even I think about other things. But there's a time when people ran away from Jinja for reasons that even the leadership itself could not allow these people to come and could not allow people to come and station here by demanding for bribes and being corrupt. If the leadership is corrupt, it will scare away people. Now the advice I would give my fellow youth in Soga, one is to be focused. Being a youth, it is not permanent. It is just a stage in life.
Yes.
But how you prepare or how you use your time as a youth is very important. There is a song by His Excellency bobiwine. He said, so we should not think that being a youth is something permanent. But your youthful days determine your future. For example, His Excellency bobiwine And some of us who come from that line of ghetto youths, we were in the ghetto, but we were prepared for any striking chance that could happen. Apparently, if I was a youth who lived a useless life, I would not become a mayor. But I told you where I came from. In the comedy industry, I was good on stage. I could act and people would feel comfortable. On radio, I used to make sense. Are you getting me? And these other things I did in my as a youth, and those engagements actually that I engaged in. Somewhere, somehow I was preparing for something. But if you were youth, you destroy your life. Okay, for me, I drink. The people one time knew me for drinking. I can't run away from that. But my drinking was not drinking that could tone my body. I was just this person who could just feel comfortable that for me I drink. But I didn't go into smoking because there are things that can destroy you. So the advice I would give the youth, let us use our youth full time productively by being focused. We are so energetic, and for us we think that there are people who can do things for us. No, even in the army or police and these other whatever, when they are recruiting, they recruit young people. So why don't we engage in those ventures which can earn us something good?